Huntsville when I started the national board process, and I got an email sent out by the school, and they had a system set up where national board certified teachers would help people who were thinking about going through the process. They would talk them through it, they would read over your entries and things like that. And so it let me get my questions answered. And my thought process for doing it was, okay, well, if I get my national board, since there is a monetary award, I can save that money up, and then if I decide to go on for further schooling, I would have that money to help offset the cost of continuing my education and at the college level. It wasn't as much of a surprise for me because I had been going to that support, it's not a support group, but that workshop meeting, so I knew what was involved and I could ask them about it. But even with going and hearing other people talk about it, it still was a lot. Like, you get into it and you're like, oh my goodness, will it ever end? How do I'm not a very good paper writer. I never was. And so sitting there going, I've got to come up with 13 pages or 12 pages was just, it was a lot. Well, one, it causes you to think. Like, a big portion of it is reflection. The driving question was, how does this affect student learning? How does this affect, what the students are walking away with? And so it helps you to reflect, well, why am I doing this lesson this way? Is it because that's how the book told me to do it, or that's how I did it last year, or am I doing it this way because I know it helps my students learn? So it makes you a better person, and it makes you a better teacher. So by pushing through it, you're doing what you want your kids to do, your students to do anyway, which is set a goal and go for it and do all the things that it takes to be the best you can be and do your best. But it causes you to think, why am I doing what I'm doing in the classroom?